And you do coaching of agents? Is that what I heard you say?
Yeah, that's what I love. I mean, I love sitting down with an agent and helping them get through a bottleneck or figuring out what they're all about and what their goals are with real estate. And then, similar to what I do with golf, I help them figure out their niche, what they're passionate about, and then how to get business that way, because it doesn't have to be just mass marketing. I really believe that a specialist is in demand, whereas a generalist is, one of a million out there. So if you become a specialist, you're forced to learn a market, and then you're immediately one better than every other agent out there that doesn't know that market any better than any other market. So you can, for newer agents especially, if they're getting into the business, they're like, what do I do? Well, you can cold call, or you can add something to that is, let's figure out a focused, whether it's a demographic, a geographic area, and let's just learn everything we possibly can about that, and let's start promoting that market as that's what you specialize in, because you can become the specialist much quicker than a generalist, and business comes to you a lot quicker. And it's what I call a handle. If I sit down with an agent, I want to know what their handle is so I can carry weight with them at the end of the day. So when I think of somebody down the road, I immediately think of Joe Smith, realtor over here, instead of, geez, I don't know a realtor that does that. So for me, it connects me with realtors that I can refer business to, but it also helps them get new business they wouldn't otherwise have had and they didn't know how to find.
So new agents are receptive to, like, let's say they have this geographic area, and then they get a call from maybe a family member or someone said, oh, I know so-and-so, refer them to, but it's outside that geographical area. Are new agents receptive to referring those out?
More often than not, no. And I recommend, take the business when you can get it, when you're learning, because you don't really know what you want to specialize in. If you're so busy with what you got going, then by all means refer it. But
Sure.
If you've got time to take it on, then take it on, because you might learn that might be what you really want to focus on as opposed to what you're already focusing on. But I encourage each of them to find a demographic and a geographic niche they can really get to learn and target, and then the business from family and friends is going to come anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
Stop that while you're in your infancy, because you need to survive your first 2 or 3 years, or you're going to be out of it real quick. So,
Right.
I encourage them to take that on as well, and and have a mentor with them. I think that's huge. I think a lot of agents get into this business and they don't have a playbook. They don't know. I put together a game plan for each and every agent and say, this is a game plan specific for you. You got your general guidelines, but this is going to work for you based on your finances, based on your goals, your personality. Let's cater a plan that fits you.
Sure.
I actually, a quick story, I studied strength and conditioning in college for professional and college athletes, and the one thing I learned was that every athlete was totally different. If you had Tom Brady and Peyton Manning on the same football team, they would have 2 totally different workouts. But if you get a realtor that goes to big box real estate, they're going to get handed, here's your playbook, go do this. This is what worked for so and so. Well, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense that every agent should fall into this category, that's how they do things, when you wouldn't do that when you get to the elite level of any athletic or any music or anything. You think of everybody that's a specialist in their field. They chose a specialty and they became the expert at it. That's how real estate should be. And I think that's the way real estate's going with what's going on with Zillow and Trulia and all the rest. I think the more you specialize, the more you'll be in demand.
So do you own the company, manage it, or just form your own teams and coach agents that you bring into your team? Who are you coaching, in other words?
I'm actually the state broker. I had my own brokerage for 8 years. I'm the state broker for a new company in Colorado called Fathom Realty.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the state broker. I'm in charge of growing the entire state and opening up different pockets. I coach agents that join us, and I coach agents that are not part of me. It's just my way of kind of spreading goodwill and doing what I'm passionate about.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, this has been great. We really appreciate you coming on today.
Thank you, John.
Well, I appreciate the time. I really do. It's been wonderful for me too. So.
All right, great. Well, you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Enjoy.
Okay. Bye.
Take care.